Systems analysis and design, building an online analytics platform to share hospital data. Meet the team.
Scott Downs,
Trey Forbes,
Binny Podell,
Corey McMillan,
Systems planning and selection.
Synaxis is a Nashville, Tennessee-based startup that would like to make analytics data available online through an authenticated web portal on a monthly subscription basis. Todd Featherling is the owner of the company and is our group's principal contact. He is a former CMO at Columbia HCA that later went on to establish several different healthcare analytics companies. Here's Todd describing his vision of making healthcare data more widely available.
The issue that I keep seeing in America in particular is the lack of connecting the dots in the healthcare space. And so there's a tremendous amount of data and information that's available, but very few people know how to extract the insights of that information out to be able to leverage it in their businesses. And so spent most of my career trying to unlock massive data sets and boil them down to simple insights.
Over the course of this project, we have implemented the principles of the systems development lifecycle process to advance the creation of a robust, user-centered data subscription platform that delivers sustainable value to our stakeholder.
The first step in the process was to conduct a design thinking workshop to develop empathy, define our objectives, and brainstorm ideas. This process led us to form a collaborative statement and develop a preliminary list of systems requirements.
To determine a preliminary system requirements narrative, the team took a structured approach that involved interviewing the stakeholder and reviewing and analyzing the relevant data sets. During the interview, the team gathered insights from best practices and reviewed the potential business models that could align with Synaxis's goals.
Systems analysis.
A business process assumptions narrative was created to describe the purpose of the system, initial data flows between external entities, and the expected interactions within the operational environment. The narrative outlines key assumptions, such as the interactions in the sign-up and checkout processes to guide system design and ensure alignment with business goals.
Based on the knowledge we acquired in the initial phase, a context diagram was created to show a high-level visual representation of the system and its interactions with external entities. Here we can see that the system interacts with both users and administrators.
Based on the business process assumptions, a Level 0 data flow diagram was created with 5 data stores: a master database, user database, hospital database, payment database, and a checkout database. The diagram also details 9 processes for login and sign up, authentication, subscription payment, home portal, shopping cart, checkout, hospital records, and administrative management.
Based on the initial systems requirements narrative and through the process of diagramming, we continued to gather more information. We spoke further with our stakeholder in order to understand his vision, goals, and expectations. He provided further details and emphasized the need for a centralized platform that provides real-time access to hospital site and cost data. From this information, we were able to translate the business needs into the technical specifications and functional systems requirements listed here. Things like anywhere access, data export and dashboards, user authentication and data security, a user-friendly interface, and much more.
In this phase, we broke down the initial data flow diagram into its process components. Here, we see the Level 1 data flow diagrams for each of the 9 sub-processes. 1. The login and sign-up portal process. 2. The authentication system process. 3. The sign-up portal process. 4. The subscription payment process. 5. The home portal process. 6. the shopping cart portal process. 7. The cart checkout process. 8. The hospital record generation process. And 9. The administrative management process.
Continuing in the systems design phase, we created an entity relationship diagram that specified each entity or database, their unique primary keys, attributes, foreign keys, relationships, and cardinality. ERD assumptions were documented and verified with our stakeholder, and a data dictionary was built.
Systems design.
From here, the ERD was normalized into third normal form, and a Microsoft Access database was created to support the system. Here's an overview of the database, tables, and relationships.
When approaching the design of the human interface mockups for the data subscription platform, our primary focus was creating a distinctive Synaxis aesthetic while enhancing usability for data professionals. In these mockups, we've attempted to create a visual identity using clean typography and inviting colors. The resulting screens offer a professional and trustworthy appearance while introducing intuitive navigation for this online subscription model.
The project log and Gantt chart detail the activities and time spent in development across each phase of the SDLC: selection and planning, systems analysis, and systems design.
The SDLC and what remains. There is still work to do in both the systems design and systems implementation and operation phases. Many of the current elements will need to be refined. Code must be developed, hosting secured, and integration among the components validated. Perhaps most importantly for a new system, a complete set of acceptance tests need to be created and executed. Once systems implementation is complete, the SDLC will begin again with new features and enhancements from user feedback requests and bug reports, and